It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing to start this game. Forced out to his right. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Finds Laporta. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Fox now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. That one complete to Turner. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Rattler back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He breaks the tackle. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Jones reels it in. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw here on first down. To the outside, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Miller. Kicks this one outside. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
From the 19. It's complete to Turner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to the air here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. 2nd and 10 now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Miller. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Again, it's Miller. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 42. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the start of the 2nd. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
This one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. going for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw on 1st. He's got a man left. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fox now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 2nd quarter lead. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again, following the sack. Connecting on the slant. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. New set of downs for him from the 46. Handoff here for Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
3rd and long for him here. That's cut for the first. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Brought in by Turner. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, Saints.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Saints make it a 9-point advantage. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Completed to his running back. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the back.
He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints parlay the interception into points. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead.
Lions 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions trailing on the scoreboard. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Play action on 1st down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Rattler back to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's 2nd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Throwing on 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Jack Fox on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Rattler. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Coming left is Miller. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
Rattler setting to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Looking to throw, Rattler. It's complete to Turner. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down. A give right side to Miller. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Running once more with Miller. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. At the 27-yard.
From the 27. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Rattler. Has it in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. To throw here on first down. Brought in along the sideline. No gain on the play, but an impressive catch all the same. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Oh, nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's going to be 6 on the run, so that brings up third and right around 8.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
To the air, third and long. Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Working inside the red zone. It is Cup, left side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Alontae Taylor has it. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from near his own goal line. He completes it in traffic. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's brought in by Miller. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Saints have it as we start the 4th, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Motioning the tight end left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Brought in by Turner. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll decline this and take the results. This drive just keeps on moving after the penalty resets that marker. Running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. On the give, it's Miller. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Again, it's Miller. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints running them out of the building. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And they pick him off again. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Counter give to Kamara. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Miller. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They run. It's Miller. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Saints throwing 6 more on the blowout. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions making the scoreboard look a touch better. Lining up now to try the extra point. Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
Doesn't that just sum it up in some way? Even when you do something positive, not on this day, not for this team, something still goes wrong. At this point, guys might just want to throw up their hands and say, what does a block really matter? But you know, and I know, coaches hate that attitude. It's the antithesis of that, to give up a block in that situation.
And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Saints on their way to their 3rd win of the year. And they'll take a knee.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.